Last time I beat Mudkip in Black 2. Now I'm going to use a Spheal and beat Pokemon Purple. I chose Pearl because, well, Platinum didn't work for my emulator for some reason. That's another time. So I sent Spheal out against Starly, and Spheal has that advantage. It knows 4 moves from the start, including Power Snow. Power Snow one-shots to Starly. I love it when things are easy. That probably won't last long. Yeah, that definitely won't last long. Spheal's stats are 10 worse than Mudkip's. But you know what? Black 2 is a harder game than Pearl, so we'll see. I think. I don't know. I actually don't think I've ever beaten that Platinum or Pearl game ever. Alright. After we kill the Starlies, Dawn comes back and is like, "You stole our Pokemon? I'm gonna tell on you." Fucking snitch. She's gonna tell on us. Barry, kill her. Damn it, Barry. You're useless. Well, skipping to Jubilife, I molested some clowns and Clown's circus owner gave me a watch to stop him. Oh well. Rope fight time. Against Barry. So he sends out Starly, and I send out my trusty little Spheal that I named Blub. So, you know, Blub Blub. I was gonna name him Bloop, because that's the sound I think it'd make if you drop it in water, but nah, I like Blub better. Use Powder Snow on Starly. One-shot it. It used Quick Attack on me first, deals 4 damage. Next up is his Turtwig. Honestly, yeah, Turtwig, the best starter in Sinnoh. Dude, Sinnoh had the best starters, man. It's kind of funny that I never actually officially beat a Sinnoh game. I use Power Stone on the Turtwig. It lives, goes for a withdrawal, and lucky me, didn't go for a Grass type move. I don't think it's actually, I'm pretty sure this fight isn't programmed for Grass type moves. Like, I guess they made Barry a little bit easier in some cases. Like, for example, in Candace City, his starter, for example, Torterra, at that point won't know Earthquake, which is weird. But you know what? That's for later. And now I win. Goes up to level 12. And then Mary cries like a little bitch, saying that he lost. Give me $900. Then he walked away, leaving a trail of tears. And I'm not talking about the Native American one. Alright. Then I go back. Then I arrive in the mines in Orbor and tell Warwick to get back to his fucking job before low-paid Mexican workers take over his gym. And then that made him work out. He ran fast. Speaking of Warwick, it's time to fight him. And his rock types. The rock type is a double edge against me since Water Gun on my Spheal, but Rock Throw on my Ice type Spheal. So you know what? We'll go for it. Water Gun. I use Water Gun on Geodude, and that's a one-shot. I turn animations off just so I can get these videos out faster. You have no idea how long it takes to make these sometimes. Because I'm not speeding it up at all. It's like, this is literally just to speed up to the text or whatever so everything goes a lot faster. Next up is an Onyx. Onyx outspeeds me, but Onyx's attack is utterly shit. It goes for Screech. Then my Blub uses a Water Gun. Takes it out in one shot. 4 times weaknesses. That's what kind of kills Onyx. Last but not least, well, last and as strongest I should say, is Cranatos. Cranatos is a scary motherfucker. But first, we'll look up to 18. Cranatos is really scary. Cranatos is a fast rock type. We definitely have speed Steel. Now, Bar lost half my defenses. But for some odd reason, it goes for this Cranatos is going to go for Leer, not Headbutt. Headbutt probably would have one-shot me, since I already have -2. I use Water Gun, and I bring Cranatos down to red health, like 1 health basically, it seems like. Roar heals with the potions. Cranatos has a lot of health. It barely heals him at all. And then Water Gun takes him out for the final. Like, you can see me here sitting for a while because I'm debating, like, what if I know he's going to heal. I thought I was going back to full health, but I forgot Cranatos is a fucking HP tank. Then one more Water Gun, there goes the Cranatos. Ooh, that gym was somewhat scary for me since I had no idea if I was going to win that or not. It's like, because of the Onyx's Screech. Well, Blub gains 200 XP, and Rourke is defeated. Winning me the Coal Badge. You know what? Not a bad start. After getting the badge from Rourke, I head back to Jubilife City, where me and Dawn have a team battle against 2 Galactic Grunts. But they were both really easy. I mean, hell, I'm double their level. So, Chimchar, Dodge Chimchar takes the Warmth off an Ember, and my Powder Snow kills a Zubat. After this, they ran away, but also, side note, I was rated the smartest trainer ever. Unfortunately, the footage corrupted this part, but this Team Galactic grunt, after I beat him, he locked the door to the Valley Windworks. Smartest guy in history. He couldn't win the battle, he locked me out. Granted, I beat up 2 other Team Galactic grunts you have to keep, but you know what? I thought. He was smart. Anyway. Alright, speaking of Team Galactic, next first up is Commander Mars. She has a Zubat. And I send out Blub. And I use Aurora Beam. Not Aurora Beam, Power Stone. I don't get Aurora Beam till after the fight. But I mean, between this and Gardenia, that's why I get Aurora Beam. Power Stone takes it to Zubat, and now here's a real threat. Perugly. Yeah, I think almost everyone probably had trouble with either this Perugly or Saturn's Skunk Tank. But that's for later. So Perugly. So I decided to go for a defense curl real quick, just to get my defense up there. As it goes for Scratch. Doing about 15 damage, not bad. Raise my defense, then I go for Body Slam. I want to get that paralyzation off. If I can outspeed it, maybe I can defeat it, fight it, beat it. Body Slam didn't paralyze. Next Body Slam, I think it does paralyze. Yep. You ever notice that when the enemies Body Slam, it's always a paralyzation, but it's always, for you, it's always like a gamble. Alright, then I use Water Gun. Bring her down to about 25% health. She uses another Fan Attack, bring me to 20 health. One more Water Gun, and it puts the cat in the bag, to say the least. And that was Commander Mars. And then, I guess she got beamed up by Scotty, because after this, she just disappeared. You know, I never got this. Why do the evil people give you money after you beat them? I was like, is it a bribe, or... And you know what, the time change. Alright, time skip to Gardenia. Alright. I'm a little bit edgy on Gardenia. Sure, I have Aurora Beam now, and I'm also pretty high leveled, but I'm also still a water type. Speaking of Aurora Beam, that's why I use against a Cherubi. I outspeed it, and I one-shot it, luckily. Don't know how. Next up is, Turtwig. I think, isn't this the first gym that actually had a starter Pokemon? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the first gym that ever said starter. Can't remember who though. Another Roar Beam takes out the Turtwig in one shot. And then last up is the one that I'm scared of, Rose Raid, or Rose Raid as I like to call it. Since I heard Rose Raid, hey, this is what I'm scared of. Grass Magical Leaf, I believe. I think this thing has Magical Leaf. That might just be a Platinum thing, but I have a feeling it has Magical Leaf. It uses Stun Sword for whatever reason. Blub is paralyzing. No, Blub uses Aurora Beam. Bring it down to about 25 health. It eats its berry, brings it to about 50% health. Then for whatever reason, it used Poison Sting instead of a Grass type move. Like, I know it has at least Grass Knot. But whatever, I'm paralyzed, can't do anything. It uses Poison Sting again. Now I use Aurora Beam, taking it out. I don't know if I just got lucky there, or for some reason Gardenia made a Roseberry forget all of her grass type moves. Whatever. I'll take an easy time over probably one of the hardest gyms in the game for me. And granted, the last gym's probably going to be really hard. But we're not there yet. I get the badge from Gardenia, and I have to go take on Team Black Tower next. Let's do it. After being Gardenia, I fight Commander Jupiter. She sends out a Zubat, and I have a brain fart, and I don't use Aurora Beam for some reason. It's like, oh, I know, Body Slam, I'll KO it. Forgetting that I have a nice type move. Uses Wing Attack, and it brings me down. Not that much. Body Slam almost OHKOs it, but it lives on about 1 health. And then she says, I'm a pure child, I'm about to take it. Kinky. And then she's another Wing Attack. I use Body Slam, take out the Zubat. Next up is a scary one, Skunk Tank. I think the reason why it's so scary is that, not because, I mean, Skunk Tank's a good Pokemon, it's just that really high base stats this early on. Kind of like how Gardenia's Roserade is, but if it had good moves. Now this Skunk Tank has Night Slash. So I go for Aurora Beam for pure power. And then Skunk Tank uses Poison Gas on me. Aurora Beam is about 40%. I go for another reward beam, and it goes for smoke screen. Luckily, I say luckily because that Night Slash probably could kill me. I hit a reward beam, also pretty lucky. Bring it down to red health. Then uses a Citrus Berry to heal back up. I use another reward beam, so it'll take it out from this range. Uses Night Slash, doesn't crit, leaving at 21 HP, and I use a reward beam and hit it. If I'd used Night Slash instead of smoke screen, I probably would have lost that fight there. But I did it. Blow up a little up to level 30, and we defeated Commander Jupiter. Yep, Jupiter. I keep saying Juniper because Professor Juniper from the last game, whatever. Then I can get a free bike out of it. Because remember, people, if you can help people, they'll give you free shit. If not, you beat them up. Friendly content. Next up, this bitch at Harpoon says I'm too weak to battle her, and then I should go suck my mom's titty again and get breastfixed. I'm a little baby. I mean, I think she said go get more badges, but that's the end she said. Next up is the rough out to Hearthorn City. Can I just say, the rival is so much easier in Pearl, because this Starly doesn't evolve until like after the Crash or Wake rival fight, like after you like your 5th badge. So next up is Starly, who uses a Roar Beam to one-shot after he uses Double Team. And a crit too. Crit didn't matter, but hey, you like those. Next up is a scary guy on this team for me, Grottle. Because Grottle is a scary motherfucker. But luckily, I outspeed and hit a Roar Beam, taking it down in one shot. God, that little bean over-leveled. Solar Runs? This is what, because let's be real, Pokemon Challenges aren't anything new. Like, they've been around for a lot longer than when they got popular. Because Solar Runs have always been a thing. Like, this is what these are. They're just plain out Solar Runs. Just that you don't involve them. Well, next up is Weasel that I use a Body Slam on. You know, I can just imagine when I have Body Slam, I just pick up the Spheal, just chuck it at it, and it just hits it in the head. It's like chucking a fucking bowling ball made of ice. And that was crit, and Weasel died. I'm pretty sure crit didn't matter, but we take them. Next up is Ponyta. Sorry, I'm tired. It's like 8 in the morning for me. I use one water gun as he uses Ember, getting a burn off on me, but it doesn't matter since I'm using water gun. Water gun takes it out, I believe. Yep, water gun takes it out, putting me in the battle against my rifle. Ooh, that got pretty close. Alright, and Bear gives the best advice you can give anyone. Make sure all your attacks hit and none of yours miss. Well, that's platinum, but hey, still good advice, right? Blub tries to evolve. I say no, because he's perfect the way he is. That, and it wouldn't be as entertaining if I let it evolve. So, next up is Crash or Wake. I'm battling Crash or Wake first because I'm honestly scared of Gardenia. So Gyarados is first, Intimidate, but he just Swagger on me, so I get +1 attack. Then I use a couple Body Slams. I luckily paralyze it, and I keep going for some more Body Slams. Taking it out. Next up is Quagsire. I don't know how delayed it is right now, but... and same thing. I use Body Slam to do some good damage, and then I take it out. Then I take it out in a few. Alright, last up. Well, Quagsire is still up, but the last Pokemon is Floatzel. Floatzel's honestly the scariest, just because... Actually, never mind. Floatzel's pretty easy, actually, compared to all the other Pokemon. But let's focus on Quagsire still. Or Gyarados, I don't know which one yet. The screen's black, and I don't feel like re-recording for the 3rd fucking time. Last up is, So Quagsire gets paralyzed, luckily. I don't know how delayed this is, but fuck it, right? This is low budget. I should put low budget in the title. I've had you programmer breaks every 5 fucking seconds. You can hear my chair squeaking every time I move. But that's necessary. So Quagsire gets paralyzed. Like I said, I got pretty lucky in the paralyzation with Gyarados and Quagsire. It's like, it's very lucky that it does happen since, you know, paralyzed chase is a 30%, but for me, I think I'd never hit him. Alright, next up, after we beat Quagsire, Floatzel comes up. Oh, yep, there we go. Body Slam Quagsire back to 25% health. Another Body Slam kills after it probably healed. I don't know, that whole minute 34 was pretty fucking blind. Last up is this Floatzel, which is really scary. Because I'm at low health, and a Brine probably took me out of hell, even a Swift. I think it has Swift. I go for Body Slam. It goes for Ice Fang for whatever reason. I quad resist that. And I go for Body Slam. And I do most of its health. It heals up back to a little bit over half, but It's Fairy, another bot. I hit with another Ice Fang. Luckily didn't get frozen. I actually can't get frozen. Never mind. I don't flinch either, which is lucky. Body Slam, and I take out the Floatzel, winning me Crash Awake's Fen badge. Next up is Maylene. I'm still kind of scared, but hey, I have levels, and I now have Brine. So let's see. Alright, Maylene time. I'm kind of nervous because Flying type moves, and I don't have anything super effective on it like I did for Gardenia. Alright, so first one's a Meta type. I know it always goes for Detect first, so I set up a Defense Curl. He goes for Detect. Then I go for Brine, but I guess it just keeps using it. The one for Detecting, I guess it keeps using Detect till it actually succeeds. I don't know. Alright, then I went, so I got protected. And then I went for a Meditate, luckily. Then I used a Brine, my new move. One-shots Meditate. Worth it. Being Wake first was really worth it. Next up is Machoke. If I have Machoke in this gym, I know Brine won't one-shot it, especially. So I go for Brine anyway. Dude, do good amount of damage. I bring it down to red, close enough where she'd heal. He uses Foresight, since I know it's going to heal. I go for another defense curl for Lucario, since that's what really scares me. I haven't taken out Machoke since entire gym. Then I go for another Brine. I bring it back down to red. My defense curls are paying off. You'll see my defense curls actually did pay off, because it went for Brick Break. Early on, didn't really do too much, especially for being a super effective move. That's why I kept Defense Curl around so long. Another Brine, and I take out the Machoke. Next up is Lucario, aka the new fucking mascot of the anime, basically. Like, let's be real. 4th gen, Lucario Maylene. 5th gen, they had to beat Ash in the Unova League, had a Lucario. 6th gen, the whole arc with Karina. Then 7th gen, Ash gets his own Riolu. That's the story. He uses Force Palm, brings me down about 68 health. One way from nice. I use Brine. Bring it to lower yellow, but it uses a Citrus Berry to heal back up to green. Use another Brine. Uses Metal Claw for whatever reason. Brings down to 54 health. Then I use Brine again. And this is where I got really lucky. For some reason, out of the fucking blue, I don't know if she's like trying to use Last Resort or some shit. She used Bone Rush. And only does 5 damage per hit. Hit twice. Use another Brine and take out her Lucario. Jesus. What an easy Pokemon. Next up is a double battle with Dawn. I'm gonna skip it since Dustox being a little annoying bitch would protect him Moonlight. But I beat him. And then I pick up Fly from inside the building. Next up is the Rattle Fight. It's kind of weird. I didn't get the fight going back to Veilstone, but I got it. I had to fly back to talk to the Team Galactic Grunt after get my 5th badge, but whatever. So it's a Starly. Goes for a double team. While you go for goes for quick attack this time. Billy does a little bit of damage. Aurora Beam one-shots it. Level 26 Starly. I don't know what they were thinking of not letting that Starly evolve. Doesn't Starly evolve like at level 14 or 15? I know it evolves around their stars are evolved, and it evolves at level 36 Star Raptor. I'm gonna hit myself. Next up is Grottle. Grottle goes down to one Aurora Beam like before. I'm really liking this. Next up is Ponyta. I don't know why he sends him. I guess maybe the ice. He sees the ice type instead of going for Weasel next, but whatever. Excuse me. So Ponyta goes down to 1 Brine. It's kind of funny since Cynthia gave me the secret potion. I'm gonna go get Surf before I even battle. What's her name? The ghost bitch said I was too weak. I can't even remember her name. Maybe that's why she says she doesn't want to battle me. Alright. Last up is Weasel. Oh, my good old trusty Body Slam takes it out. You know, for Spring Ice coverage, I'm trying to might go get Ice Beam from the Veilstone Game Corner, but I'm not doing the slots. I already do Voltorb Flip and Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but this isn't Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So I'm gonna find some trainers I can just keep battling later, but I'll do that later. I don't feel good now. Alright, after Maylene, I'm fighting an ecological terrorist. It's starting to blow up some old paintings. When did I get in France? Anyway, one Aurora Beam takes out the Beauty Fly. Beauty fucking fly. My god, I can't talk. Alright, Beauty Fly's dead. It's kind of funny. It's like, imagine that. You're in the world Pokemon, where like you have the fucking devils, you have ghosts, and you have, flying big ass birds, but he sends out a butterfly to blow up, to be a terrorist. Next up was Crowbat, 1 Brine took it out, and then after that, Cynthia's grandmother gave me Surf, and I immediately replaced Brine. Because Surf is 95 power. Surf is broken. Well, not really broken. Our next up is Fantino. Off screen, I kept beating up some rich kids, so I got to 200k, and I bought my way up to get Ice Beam from the game corner and replace Aura Beam. Aura Beam? No, yeah, so Ice Beam and Surf with the same power in 95. I go for Ice Beam with the Drift Blend, as it goes for Astonish, not doing too much. Taking it out in one shot. Next up is a Mismagius. Mismagius, what a weird Pokemon. Alright, make sure it's okay, cool. So Mismagius is up next. I like Mismagius. Well, if I had to choose between Mismagius and, what's his name? What's Murkrow's Evolution's name? Yeah, who am I kidding? I'd definitely choose Murkrow's Evolution. Honchkrow, that's what it is. Uses Shadow Ball, brings me down to about 95 health. I use Ice Beam because, Ice Beam and Surf for the same power. I must go for Ice Beam for the freeze chance. One more Ice Beam takes it out, but of course he's confused, right? I guess you might as well confuse me since it's going to take me out. For some reason, never went for Magical Leaf. I'm pretty sure this thing has Magical Leaf. I mean, it's just a platinum thing. I don't know. Use Ice Beam. There goes Mismagius. Last up is our Gengar, which knows physical type moves. Physical moves, for some reason, for it being a crazy special attacker. Oh well. I use Spite, bring my Ice Beam down to 2. I use Ice Beam, bring it to the red, then Ponyta heals up. So, this is where I'm hoping, okay, I hope I don't get hit by Confusion, because if I do, she's going to get a free heal. So, Fantino goes for the Hyper Potion. I snap out of Confusion, uses Ice Beam, and I guess I got a high roll because I one-shot the Gengar. Whew. I'm loving my 2 new moves already. Surf and Ice Beam. These are the final moves, and I guess Body Slam and Defense Curl. That was Fantino. Okay, Rebel Fight time with Barry on the bridge. First is Staravia. Congratulations, you finally evolved it. Well, unfortunately for your Staravia, I've also learned a new Ice-type move. I love this. One Ice Beam takes out that stupid bird. After I get hit by a quick attack that does nothing. Damn, Blob, you fine as hell. Next up is Grottle. Still hasn't evolved it yet, even though it was a level 32 and this thing's a level 35. What, was it supposed to make it easier for people? Was they trying to make it accurate where Barry only has a second stage of all Pokemon? Like if he had Chimchar or Piplup as a starter? Whatever. One Ice Beam takes it down with a crit. Crit didn't matter, I don't think. Next up is this Heracross. Which is, you know what? Fair enough. I like Heracross. I forgot he was even in Pearl. I knew he was in Platinum. Alright. I just went for Surf. No reason in particular, just save BP. I guess, I don't know. Surf took down the Heracross in one hit, went for Alias and not Brick Break for whatever reason. Alright, next up is his Ponyta. I guess he refuses to end on a Punita, even though I'm water type. Whatever. After getting hit by a Tail Whip, one Surf takes it out. And last up is his Weasel. Last up is Weasel. And Weasel, like in all traditions, with me killing his Weasel, went down to a Body Slam. A crit Body Slam. Something that didn't matter, but you know what? Hey, gotta keep it a tradition, right? Critting his last Pokemon with Body Slam. God damn. Alright, now the berry is defeated. Next up is Byron. Or Stay. Let's see how Byron goes. Alright, later Byron time. He sends out Bronzor. And I send out Blub. Blub uses Surf, bringing Bronzor down to about 25%. Bronzor goes for Hypnosis. Luckily misses, and I go for another Surf, taking Bronzor out. Next up is Bastiodon! In the anime, he just yells, I love blank. He just yells, I love Bastiodon! That's funny. Baron's one of my favorite characters in the anime. Platinum anime, anyway. You know what I mean. Yeah, I'm Pearl anime. One Surf takes out fucking hell. Takes out Bastiodon. One hit. Critical hit. I don't think crit matter though. I think Bastion's gonna go down either way. Last up is Stelix. And I've been killing Stelix this entire gym with Surf. So you know, I use imagine I still had a water gun. This fight might have been going completely differently, but no. One water gun, The fucking one. I mean one Surf, and there goes Stelix. I'm a professional, people. And boom, Byron's down. Probably the easiest gym I've had. I don't know how many times I said that in this recording. But damn, Blub's feeling really good. Might even be better than Mudkip. Who knows? Alright, so they blew up Lake Verity or some shit. I don't remember the lakes. I don't really care. But kill a bunch of Magikarps. Buying the commander now. He leaves off a Kadabra. Blub's a little bit hurt from other grunts, but you know, whatever, I'll be fine. He's just psychic. Turned on animations. I figured y'all were all on. And yeah, that's more entertaining for me to look at. Surf it, and it goes down. You surf, and down goes the Kadabra. Oh, y'all can hear my clicking. That's fucking great. Next up is Toxicroak. I like Croagunk. I like Toxicroak, but I like Croagunk design way better. Toxicroak goes for a Feint Attack. Almost bringing my health to 30 from 71. Critical hit. One Surf takes it out though. You should have had Dry Skin. Alright. Last but not least, well actually, last and least, honestly, is his Bronzor. Yeah, Bronzor, there. So yeah, one Surf. There goes the spinning top. Goddamn ads. They play for no damn. I don't know if y'all heard that, but an ad started playing on my phone. Oh well. Next up, I have to go to the lake near my house. Apparently, Professor Rowan, all his knowledge, doesn't know how to Pokemon battle. Whatever. Back out with Mars. I'm just gonna skip to her Pro Ugly, just because that's the only entertaining thing here. Other Pokemon got one-shotted. She goes for Slash, bringing my health down to 103. I snap out of confusion. I got confused earlier. I use Surf to drown the kitty, or as I'd say, make the pussy wet or drown the pussy. And I killed it in one shot. Yay. Next up, Candace. Candace was real annoying. She had a Snover that had Regileaf, and then a Bomb Snow that had Woodhammer. Woodhammer would definitely one-shot Blub. But we went through. I started off with Body Slam, hoping for the one-shot. But I didn't get it, unfortunately. We're getting to the part of the game, even when I'm so over-leveled, that things start having the same amount of stats as I do. It's like, I'm 27 levels over this thing, and yet I can't one-shot it. Goes for Avalanche, I quad resist that, only does 5 damage. She goes for a Hyper Potion, and she heals up her Snover to full health, so I go for another Body Slam, bring it back down to red. Alright. Next up, I don't know why, it's like, this gym was weird. It had a bunch of Stelixes, Tentacruel, it had a Floatzel, Quagsire, like, they had a bunch of random Pokemon. But, one more Body Slam, and there goes Snover. Next up is Medicham. They did not have... Jesus. It's like the Pearl Elite Four Flint only has 2 actual fire types, since there's only 2 in the national decks. That's why I play Platinum, people. It's a lot more entertaining. It's a lot better, too. Well, you know what? Pearl's good, too. Medicham goes for Bulk Up, while I go for Surf. Sorry. Special attack here. And I drown a weird... whatever the hell Medicham's supposed to be. I don't know. Well, Medicham's dead. Next up is Obama Snow. The dreaded Obama Snow. Should have called him Mitt Romney. But Obama Snow comes out, and I hope for Paralyzation when I go for Body Slam. So I go for Body Slam to try to get a Paralyzation. Well, also because it's also the only move I can really do. Besides maybe Ice Beam might do a little bit more, who knows. Body Slam, I get a crit, bringing it down to red health. It eats a Citrus Berry, bringing it above to where Candace won't heal it. Then it uses Avalanche for whatever fucking reason. I'm telling you, Woodhammer would have easily killed Spheal, but since it didn't, I took my chance, I took my win, I went for another Body Slam. Taking out the scariest Pokemon ever. I've been noticing in these runs I've been doing, well, runs, this one, last night in the Micah one, I'm just getting really lucky about move choice. It's like I'm playing Gen 1 mechanics where Blaine would fucking heal his Pokemon at full health. But next up is his final Sneasel. Sneasel. I used Surf and killed it. Because it's Sneasel. Sneasel's not the most bulky thing in the world, and it's not Weevil, or Weavile, I don't know how to pronounce it. He goes for Feint Attack, trying to get some damage off. Billy does anything. I use Surf, and I beat Sneasel. making that probably easiest battle ever. No, actually, I'm kidding, actually. Not saying that again. The gym was not challenging, but it was interesting. Being Candace, I head to the Galactic Building and Bill Associated to fight Cyrus for the first time. This is out of Murkrow, and I lead with Blub, of course. I don't like saying that, y'all know who I'm leading with. I go for an Ice Beam to take it out in one shot. But first I hit with Nightshade, doing 40 damage, since Nightshade's set. Which honestly isn't that good this part of the game. Whatever. One Ice Beam, and there goes the Murkrow. Next up is his Bronzor. I think, I don't know. Golbat. He's a Golbat, yes. Next up is his Golbat. Again, Ice Beam. Is this man trying to be a flying type gym leader? Yeah, he bites me, but I flinch. Goes for Air Current next for whatever reason. And I'll go for another Ice. Then I go for Ice Beam and actually hit. And I get to Oko. Worth it. It was worth the $200,000 to buy Ice Beam. and just pure coins. Next up is his Sneasel that he's yet to evolve yet for some reason. Whatever. I hit Sneasel with a Surf, and there goes. And that was the first Cyrus battle. Yeah, he's not that threatening at first. He uses Fan Attack, brings down a good amount of brings down to yellow. But one Surf finished it out. So Sneasel is a good attacker, not a good defender. Next. Alright. Had Cyrus Speedy for the first time mixed up is Saturn again. I'm just gonna skip to the end since it's not really important. They all went down on one serve. And that was Saturn. Speaking of annoyance, speaking of like things that are I'm gonna skip and since they're annoying. Next up is the Dobell Berry. Yeah, it's pretty fucking annoying, especially when in Pearl when Barry's team is utterly shit compared to what it is in Platinum. Platinum is team's at least evolved, and this most Pokemon are evolved. It says a Weasel, Ponyta, his Raptor evolved, but he has a Munchlax. And I don't know if Star evolved. Skip to the end, Surfs later. I killed most of Barry's team, but I killed everyone else too. Next up is already the final Cyrus fight. Huh. Didn't we just fight him like 2 minutes ago? Oh well. He found a Dust Stone and evolved his Murkrow to Honchkrow. I use Ice Beam, while he uses Steel Wing and gets a critical hit, bringing Blub down to 60%. Next I use Ice Beam, and luckily Oko it somehow. Yeah. Imagine if I still was using Aurora Beam. I don't think I'd be getting this many Okos as I am. Alright, next up is his Weevil. And for Surf, since Weevil's a really strong attacker. Well, you Surf goes for Ice Punch for whatever reason. I don't know why, like Bane Attack or Night Flash, whatever it has, will be a lot more damaging, especially with its high defense, high attack I meant. And my first Evo mask, I use Surf, bring him down to about 30%, I'd say. Then he goes back up into the green. I use another Surf as he goes for Ice Punch again for whatever reason, doing 2 damage, basically. Then I go for another Surf and I take it out. You know, for being the Team Blackest boss, I gotta lock the door on me. He's still the smartest guy in his team. He only had a Glameow. What's another Pokemon? You know what? I might use that Pokemon next. I don't know what game, but I might use Glameow. Maybe. Next up is Gyarados. Or Gyarados, as you want to say. I say Gyarados. Sounds like Australian. Yeah, I'll take it down if you guys maybe skip it. Next up is Crowbat. He uses Confuse Ray. And I hit myself with Confusion, unfortunately. Now, this is the crazy part. I hit myself with Confusion this turn, so I don't get the Ice Beam off to kill it. Then, next turn, I go for Ice Beam again, hoping I don't hit myself. Golbat goes for Cross Poison, leaves me on 1 health, doesn't poison me, Bulb is confused, he doesn't hit himself, Ice Beam kills a Crowbat. That got real close. Only because Bulb has bad, must hit himself. Dumbass. Final row fight time. I'm just gonna skip to the easy parts. Alright, so to start off, you use U-turn and went to Torterra for whatever reason. It's really easy. Directly got to lose at 1 health and 1 Ice Beam takes out Torterra. Things never change, huh, Barry? Now we wait for the slow and drawn out of the HP drain. This is the type of shit y'all miss when I don't edit things out. Granted, I am too lazy to do it, so. And just like things that were changing, I use Body Slam on Floatzel as it goes for Aqua Jet. Barely do anything. One Body Slam, and it takes it out with a crit. Speaking of things that were changing, isn't it like the past? Isn't like almost every rival fight he had a Weasel and I will always crit it to death? Slash Floatzel. Next up is a Star Raptor. He went for close combat, bringing me to 12 health. One Ice Beam, took it down. Excuse me. Alright, next up is his Rapidash that I use Surf on, but since the sunlight's out, it doesn't do it. It's a one shot. It goes for bounce. Luckily it doesn't paralyze me. I go for Surf, taking it out. Last up. Or last, I don't know if it's last, but I know next up, but I think it's Snorlax is coming out pretty soon. Yep. Here's the annoying one. Snorlax is tanky one. Go for Ice Beam, as it uses Rest Sleep earlier. Still sleep. I decided to switch over to Ice Beam over Body Slams because it has Rest and no point in trying to paralyze it. And also just probably higher damage. It's still asleep. I go for another Ice Beam. As he says it's not over till it's over. And I use a Surf. Hoping to get a KO. And I just barely did, but Snorlax woke up and used Crunch instead of Rest again. So, since I outspeed it, I beat Barry for the last time. Now, Elite Four. Elite Four time. First up is Aaron. Now, he was annoying where I had to grind him to level 85 in order to beat him. Because his Heracross in close combat. I'm gonna skip past all that shit with Dust Tops. So, one Ice Beam takes out the Beauty Flow, which was up next. Heracross went down to a Surf. And, who would have thought that I'd have Ball Troll from the Bug User? Next up is Vespi Queen, which is annoying because of Pressure, and Pressure is the most annoying ability in the world in solo Pokemon runs. I'll use Ice Beam to take it out. Next up is his Ace, Drapion, which is ironically not a Bug type. But it was a Bug type, so it still counts. It's possible to beat Gen 5 only using Bug type Pokemon. I've done it before. Not for YouTube, that was before I did YouTube. By YouTube, I mean record shitty videos. Used Aerial Ace on Blub, bringing it down to under half with a crit. I used Surf, bringing it down to 25%, and it heals up about to half with its berry. But since I do more than half damage, and it's still under half, I can just one-shot it from near Surf. Who would have thought? Grinding up 10 extra levels can make that much of a difference. Uses Cross Poison, almost kills me, then I use Surf to finish it off. I heal up in between battles, and next up is Bertha. I think. Is that her name, Bertha? The ground type bitch from this Elite Four. Like I said, I've never beaten a Gen 4 game. Well, that's wrong. I've never beaten a Diamond Pearl Platinum game officially. Like, I've gotten to like the Elite Four, but I never actually went and beat Cynthia. I was always too lazy. Alright, Bertha started with Quagsire, but I used Body Slam. She protected. She was swapped to Sudowoodo. I Body Slam. Sudowoodo got paralyzed, and I used Surf to take out Sudowoodo. Next, she's sent out Golem, but Golem is slower than me, and I'm a Water type. And that's Golem's big weakness, when it's slower than Grass and Water types. It doesn't matter how much defense that thing has. 4 times effectiveness is going to take that thing out in one shot. It's kind of funny. The Elite Four is a lot harder in Platinum, but Cynthia became easier in Platinum. That's saying she's not hard still, I'm just saying. She's not as bad as she was. Next up is a Powdon that starts up a Sandstorm that will last for the rest of the battles Gen 4. I use Surf to take it out in one shot though, luckily. Since it's not a Rock type. I think being a Rock type wouldn't matter if it had the special defense boost they get in Sandstorms. Oh, she sends out Quagsire next. And I'm here thinking it has Water Absorb, so I keep using Body Slam. Then I was, it has Surf. It doesn't. Starts using Dig, so I went for Defense Curl, get some defense. Might as well, since I outspeed, I'm not going to attack anyway, I'll get some defense out of it. Goes for Dig. Does they're about 30 damage. I go for... Excuse me. I tries to go for Protect, but it feels it's paralyzed. One more Body Slam takes out the Quagsire. Last up is Whiscash, which is more the same thing. Minus the dig part. Oh, never mind, Whiscash is already defeated. Next up is Flint. And well, I'm only going to show his Rapidash and Infernape because it's really going to be a challenge. Everything else is swept by Surf. Yeah. I don't know what Game Freak was thinking when they made this. Yeah, let's add a 5-type Elite Four member when we only have 2 fire types. Luckily they got fixed in Platinum, but still. I swear. 5-type Elite Four. Yet. Rapidash and Infernape are the only 2 fire types, and one of them is a starter. Oh well. One Surf takes out Rapidash. And also, next up is Infernape, who went for Thunder Punch for whatever reason instead of Close Combat. If I went for Close Combat, it definitely would have killed me. But it didn't. When Surf took out the Infernape after I got hit with Thunder Punch. Close Combat would have killed because my failed runs, even at this level, a Heracross Close Combat would kill me. But, alas, one Surf took out the Infernape. Next up is the most forgettable Elite Four member I've ever met, Lucian. It's kind of funny since he was like the first one we got introduced to in the anime. But, that doesn't matter. Lucian, Drifblim, Ice Beam. Yeah. What's with the Psychic type leaders and not having actual Psychic types or whatever? Oh, never mind. I'm still on fucking Flint still, sorry. Now we're going to go into Lucian. I guess I showed the Drifblim final. Yeah. Something about Diamond and Pearls, you realize that a lot of trainers in these specified areas don't actually have the Pokemon they're meant. Oh well. One Surf takes out the Alakazam to get hit with an Energy Ball. Next up is a Girafarig. You know what? I like Girafarig. I might do a challenge with it one day. Who knows? But it goes for Crunch, and I go for Surf. I don't one-shot it, and it goes for... Lucian goes for a full restore, and I go for another Surf. I swear, the PP stall. After this fight, though, I use a Max Elixir to heal up all my PP. And I take his whole team out. Alright, Cynthia time. Her weird legendary got hit twice by Surf and died. Let's get to Rosary. That's the scary part. Rosary for some reason uses Shadow Ball and not a Grass type move. Like, I haven't looked at her movesets, so I don't know if she doesn't have Petal Dance, but I figure she does. She's a champion. Oh well, one Ice Beam takes it out. Next up is her Lucario. The new mascot of the anime. Like I said before, skipping that since it wasn't that entertaining. It was Surf, Bone Rush, and he missed. Garchomp uses Giga Impact, almost takes me out. But Giga Impact is a drawback. High damage. You have to recharge after that's it. Ice Beam, since I had a free hit, boom. Took it out one. Took it out. Next up is her Gastrodon. I'm gonna skip into part way just because how annoying it was. Jeez, it's so damn tanky. Body Slam, took it out. By the way, I'm almost used up all my Body Slams at this point, and I still have my Lodic out last. So, I guess her ace is Garchomp, but in my opinion, her ace is my Lodic. It's so damn annoying. It goes for Surf, you not resist it. You know, for resistance damage, it does pretty well, but then again, to my Lodic, and I'm a Spheal. Body Slam, I went for a Paralyzed Body Slam. I got the Paralyzation, and I just kept going with Body Slam just because, you know, it's probably my best move out of the three to use, out of my 3 damaging moves to use. Goes for Surf, takes me down to 77 health. She's gonna heal up because she hasn't healed yet, but I think it's gonna heal up soon because my Body Slam is gonna do my Body Slam is gonna be able to take it out here. It's gonna bring her to red health, but she heals up, and I go for another few Body Slams. I'm gonna cut to the end. And there we go. I became the champion of Sinnoh with a fucking Spheal. Next up is Shinchao and Heart Gold.